See if it starts streaming now. Okay. All right. Okay. And then am I live now? Tyler?
Yes.
Okay. We're good. Now we're live.
All right.
All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Closet Archive. Again, we're starting up the live again. Sorry again for technical difficulties. My first time doing it. I had it started, but it actually wasn't a live, so now we're here. All right. So go ahead, Ashley. Go ahead and explain yourself. Go ahead.
My name is Ashlyn. I'm here from the My Music World channel, and I'm super excited to talk female rap with everyone.
Okay. Let's get into it. All right, so now we're gonna continue what we left off on. So Y2K album, Ice Spice. To give some insight for this, y'all. So pretty much with Y2K, yeah, I think that's probably her worst album, because I don't think she's ever had an album before though, right? Only EPs, right?
Yeah, just an EP.
Just an EP.
Yeah. What was it called? Yeah.
And then she had and then she had something else too. I forgot what else she had on there too. Was it Like It? What else was she had?
She dropped like a deluxe, I think, for it.
A deluxe, right. Yeah, and then also Pitchfork rates it very high though, like 7.6. It's way higher than GNX, way higher than the Chromica. It's way higher than Meg's. It's way higher than a lot of people's albums though.
Not gonna lie, that sound that she did off the first EP was kind of I think that's what people know her for. It's kind of this I'm a baddie, but it's still kind of cute. It's still kind of fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
And then with Y2K, she kind of experimented with this darker alternative sound that I don't think people really associate with Ice Spice. So I think people were like, "What you doing here, girl?"
Yeah, I feel that too though, because I feel like with Ice, it's I feel like a lot of people, when it came to the album, I think everyone probably, I don't know if anyone had any expectations for her to do any more than what she has, but I think that they're upset by the fame that she does have. Why did she not use all of her resources, like someone that is a true artist would probably use all of their resources for? It's kind of crazy how she went on tour, obviously, with Doja Cat, last year, right, with Scholar Tour, and then you would think by her going on tour with also, she also went on tour with Taylor Swift. She just saw Nicki Minaj. You would think by now that she would get some type of influence with her sounds, by all those artists she's met or in producers to do something new, but no.
I think she is trying to fit in with a maybe different crowd of rap that I don't think she quite fits into, because the Y2K to me sounded very Playboy Cardi, and then she's got features like Gunna and Travis Scott, and in my head I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that doesn't align with the kind of fan base you have. But I feel like she's trying to work her way into a different demographic. But I don't know. It didn't sound authentic to her.
Also, what do you think of this state of New York rappers? So right now, what do you think of that? Because everyone keeps saying that Ice Spice is probably one of the few drill rappers that are pretty big right now. But I'm what else would be pulled out from there? I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't really know either. I kind of think drill was I don't know if it sounds bad, but almost I feel like it was a fad. I feel like it was trendy for a minute, and now we're gonna start falling into more. Well, because now I look at it, Kendrick is really popping off, and his style of rap is becoming kind of more mainstream, and I just think drill was something we liked for a year or two, and we're just gonna get into different sounds.
Yeah. Also I want to talk about is her tour too. What's interesting about Ice Spice's tour, you think that since it's her first debut album and it's a tour, you think that people talk about it more, but it just got washed down because the whole Cleopatra thing with Ice Spice. I don't even know if people are even excited about the tour anymore. Also, I don't think people actually really reported that much, even when she went overseas. Only just about how her body has changed into her losing a lot of weight and getting more muscle and getting more tone because she's on tour. But I haven't seen anyone talk about the visuals, the dance. I don't know. How about you?
From what I've seen of the tour, it was less of a stage production, because Megan had a really good stage, Nicki had a really good stage, Doja had a really good stage.
Yeah, she did.
Ice was really performing in little theater halls. It wasn't anything too spectacular, and I think it was good for her to branch out and get used to performing and get used to that.
Yeah.
But it it wasn't anything really special. It really was just her and a stage.
I think that's. I don't know if she had any dancers too, though. Did she have dancers?
I don't. I mean, I wasn't there, but like from videos I saw, I really just
Pretty
saw her like
much.
twerking. Like I didn't see nothing else.
Well, that's all I'm gonna say. Well, all right. So another
Yep.
star I'm gonna put up here for best albums and tour. I have monaleo for throwing bows, and also she went on a tour with her boyfriend Santa Vegas. What do you think about throwing bows for monaleo?
I love throwing bows. Mana
Me
Leo
too.
is honestly like one of my like underrated favorite female rappers. I
Yeah,
think she deserves way more hype. I think she's a killer, like on a verse on a
yeah.
song. So I loved the mixtape. My only critique of it is she needed more
Like you said,
female
yeah.
artists featured on the songs.
Yes.
So there were too many songs with boys. We just needed a few. We needed more girls on there. Lotto would have been cool. Glow would have been cool. We needed more girls. Megan, because they're both from Houston. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I feel that too. 1000%. Ooh. Making sure it's all good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I feel that too with Mona Leo. I feel like with Mona Leo was super interesting though, is that like I love Mona Leo's like her hard lyrics. She reminds me of the baby. You know how they start like straight up from like wherever they're at and go straight into. You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say? Like off the rip, off the
Yeah.
beat, boom. You
Like
gonna
right
hear what
off
I'm
like
trying
at
to say.
100. Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
breathing room. So we're gonna get right into it. Nothing else. Okay? Oh, you hear me? Okay. I know, but no, for real, I really do appreciate that with Mona
I'm
Leo
shaky.
too. Yeah. And the thing about Mona Leo though, like and it's just from Texas too. And so I really do hope that like she probably could do something with Meg and like so maybe Glow or any girls. So I feel like right now in rap, the big resurgence is women and particularly their beats are so good. Their production's really good too. And the lyricism.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I like throwing bows. But she added like a lot of rappers I did not know. I feel like she might be like listening in on new rappers that we should be looking for because I haven't heard majority of the. I know Sun for Vegas for sure, but
Yeah.
the other three I'm like I have no idea. But I'm assuming they're all from Texas. I'm assuming right for the features.
That's kind of the vibe I got too. Like they were more underground,
Yeah.
like up and coming people. Because I didn't know any of them. Like literally, girl, Stunna, like same was the only one I knew. So yeah, they might be from Texas. I don't know, but
Yeah.
if that's so, then good for her for putting people up and giving them a platform.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I really do appreciate that for her too. Absolutely. All right, another person we're gonna get into is do you want to talk about Megan Act One, Act Two again too?
Yeah, we can revisit Megan.
All right, right. I got you. Let me put it up right now. Okay, so, all right. So, like I said, the live went down. So we talked about it before, but I thought it'd be great to just like rough it up. Let's do it like quicker, obviously about the album. So some things that we talked about with most loved the most. It was Act Two was way better than Act One, and we pretty much went into detail about like how a lot of Meg's like lyricism is obviously got better for Act Two than it was for Act One, and also it just sounded like Megan. Like she's like just rapping like she usually does the best of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Act Two was more freestyle heavy, which is she's a lot stronger at. I think she was trying to curate like an album, a listening experience with Megan Part One,
Yeah.
which I do think she executed. But I think the Part Two was really just like, okay, here's me just rapping, like here you go, and
Exactly.
I think she does really good in that, to be
You know
honest. So
what?
I liked Part Two.
Also another thing too to add on to because we didn't talk about this last time too was the criticisms on this album too. There's a lot of criticisms on this album, and I remember a lot of people were saying that like Meg did not try anything else new, or that Meg was appeasing to her fans, and I was like, I ain't trying to be a Meg stan because like I am. But what's crazy to say is that out of like a lot of rappers today, it's like I don't know too many rappers that tried a lot of like Megan Thee Stallion sounds. And honestly, if I'm being real with you, a lot of female rappers haven't been trying a lot of like the same sounds. They all sound individually different. That's why I'm kind of like, what are y'all smoking? Because I'm like, this girl's singing like fucking Japanese right now, girl. What she mean she's for fans?
No,
Huh?
that's exactly what I was saying. I think maybe
Yeah.
like she might have like a handful of flows that sound
Yeah.
similar. Like I understand that critique that people make,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I've never heard. I can't think of any other mainstream rapper who is rapping over these like anime type
Yeah.
songs. Like Megan definitely takes risks within her music. So I do agree that yeah, there's probably a handful of songs, but I think she experiments enough to avoid that critique.
Yeah, I feel that too though. I
One
feel
thing
like
I will
go ahead, go ahead.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
you're good.
I was gonna say one thing I would critique is I do think some of her choruses get a little
Oh,
repetitive for my
me too.
liking.
Me too. She needs someone.
Like
I need a writer for
the
that.
Mamushi song. Yeah, like it would be nice if her choruses just were a little more cohesive, even if they repeated like a
Yeah,
certain
I wish
line
it had a little
opposed to
bit
just
more
one
of
word.
like maybe Doechii's
Substance.
touch or like Doja Cat's touch or like maybe Glow. I don't know. Like she just needs something there to like hone the nigga. There's certain songs like a great example like Bigger Than Texas. It's like I love the whole song because like the chorus wasn't like annoying repetitive. I don't explain that, but you're right though.
Yeah, I think sometimes she tries to create like a hit, and so she just
Yeah.
puts a repetitive chorus because people do like that. But for me, I'd like a little more substance with the
Yeah.
repetitiveness. That's
That's what
just
I
me.
said too. All right, next thing I have next up on here is gonna be Everything, Everything, and Glorious for Best Album and Tour. So, what do you think about Everything, Everything first, her mixtape?
I'm not gonna lie, when it first came out, I kind of wasn't like feeling
Me
it too
neither.
much.
Mm-hmm.
But as she dropped more singles, I was like, let me like go re-listen to it, and it grew on me a little bit. I do like Glorious more than Everything, Everything.
Yeah. Me too.
Um,
Me too.
but I
I don't
do
know. I
think
think
it
because
it
Everything,
it
Everything
was
is
a
more of
good.
a mixtape too. That's probably the reason why. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't as cohesive, I felt.
Yeah.
And it had hits. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved Wannabe, but it wasn't something I was coming back to. Because I dropped like in January or February, I think. So for the first half of the year, I really
Yeah.
wasn't listening to it.
I wasn't really listening to it either because my thing is about Everything, Everything. I don't know why, but I thought it came out last year until I made this whole thing. I was like, oh, I didn't know the album came out. Like, it came out literally like, I don't know, March, April, I think. Like in the spring, definitely the first half
Okay.
of the year. So I wasn't even thinking about it. But then when she dropped Glorious, I was like, oh, I didn't know you dropped that. I dropped two products in 1 year. Same thing for Meg too. I'm like, wow, y'all working hard this year. Y'all working hard, okay? But
Yes.
yeah, I would say that Glorious is more cohesive. It's like it just sounds better. And also what I like about Glorious too is the first I would say the first half is like Glorious. You know, the classic like the rap and like the rap and church type of music, you know what I mean? Like affirmations about yourself, like how to be a better person, you know, please set up. And then as soon as accent comes on, no, not accent, my bad, that's a Meg's. As soon as like how I look comes on, girl, the album turns to trap. It turns to like a real rapper. It reminds me of like I would say Little Kim because it's hard. It's hard lyrics. It's just so like mean lyrics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She might beat you up real
Yeah.
quick. You know what I mean?
No, and I think her energy, I think that's good. And I think that goes back into kind of what you were saying, that all these girls kind of sound uniquely different. Like um that first half of that album was definitely something you don't hear a whole lot of mainstream
Yeah.
like female artists playing to.
Yeah, that makes sense though too though. And also their tour, Reese said it's already, but fantastic, 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, they both killed it. I was obsessed with watching the videos on YouTube. They posted every week. Like
Yeah.
Megan and Glow both had like both did great sets. It was super cohesive. Like they both killed it.
Yeah, exactly that part. Exactly. All right, next album we're gonna get into. Also before we go, wait, any songs you love the most from Everything, Everything and Glorious? Any songs you love the most?
I think Wannabe is obviously like my
Me too.
favorite, just because I'm a big Megan fan.
Me too.
And that was on repeat like all year for me. Glorious. I'm not gonna lie. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
The only thing I think
I'm,
of
like,
with
blanking right
Glorious
now.
is the one with Lotto. I forgot what that song is called. The one with Lotto, and it's like, what's the procedure? And then also
Yeah.
What You Know About Me with Sexy Red. What You Know About
Oh,
Me,
yes,
and
okay.
you know that song with that sample from Boosie.
Yes.
Bite
yes.
Down.
I'm happy she's working with more girls. Like I'm happy. Like it's nice to hear girls on girls tracks.
Me
like,
too.
The boys are cool sometimes, but I like when you can get both like feminine energy on the track.
Yeah, I like that too. I like it too. Yeah, 1000%. But yeah, I forgot about that sample with the Wipe Me Down too. I forgot that song for a second too, but that song's like fire. A lot of things that Sexy Red does to be fire too, honestly. All right, another album I put up here. It's gonna be Princess Pop That by Anicia. I always forget how to say your name. Anicia is Anicia.
I think it's Anicia.
Anicia or I think it's Anicia or something else you say. It's fine.
Sure. I just call her Big Nene.
I'm trying to last time too, but don't worry about it. Okay, so for best albums of tour, so she went on tour with Kalani with the Crash tour with Flo and Anicia. I think I haven't seen any videos of it. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of Kalani that much. I love my R&B girls, but I've never been into Kalani's music though. But I think the tour went well. Have you heard anything about it?
I kind of did see the tour. She came to my city.
Oh!
I didn't go. I was trying to get my boyfriend to go with me, but he didn't want to go.
Oh, really?
I was like, bro, we gotta go see Big Nene.
You have to. It's a requirement. It's a girlfriend's tax. Hello, you with me? You're going to every show I go to. Hello.
Right? Exactly. But I did see it because people, like my friends and stuff went.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was a good show.
Yeah.
So I'm happy she got that platform because Kalani's obviously like a decent sized artist, and Anicia's still kind of like on the come up.
Yeah.
So I'm glad she got that stage. But you know what I was thinking?
Yeah.
And I know we haven't talked about this yet, but Big Lotto went on tour, and I know she brought Caribou, but she really should have brought Anicia, and I think that would have been a better fit for the tour.
Cause we gonna get into that one next. So I think I have Lotto next. So I'm talking about her tour next. But like, yeah, we gonna get into that next. But you're right though. They have the same kind of vibe, and I would love to see them perform Back Outside together. That'd be nice to see on tour, 1000%. And I feel their vibe makes more sense.
Would have brought more energy.
Yeah, because she has. I've never seen Anicia like perform live. So I'm very curious about how she's like though. Cause we gonna get to later. But yeah, Caribou.
Girl, I think you should go on YouTube and watch some Anicia performances because she's still like at that showgirl vibe like Caribou, but she's more energetic, more of like a party girl.
Really?
So I think she would have added more energy than Caribou did.
Really? Okay. Now I'm excited. How do you feel about was Princess Pop that a mixtape or was it like a debut album? I don't remember what was that.
I think it's like a mixtape.
I want to say mixtape. It's so hard
nowadays.
Everyone lies. Because y'all can say it's a mixtape, but it's actually deluxe. And y'all want some more money. That's what I think.
Exactly. Nah. I don't know what these labels be doing. But I really like Princess Pop that. Anicia's been a standout for me this year because I love her like down to earth, her chill girl type of vibe.
Yeah, I do like that too.
ATM was like one of my favorite songs. Yeah. It's still on my playlist. Mm-hmm. Back Outside we talked about earlier.
Yes, I love Back Outside. Yeah, that's like her. I feel like if she get the same producer to make that with like every other big hit, she gonna be up there for sure. Because Back Outside, I don't know why, but the production is just like effortless for me. And also the entire mixtape, it's like she's almost like figuring out her sound. But I feel like when she gets like a producer just like that one song with Back Outside, I feel like it's gonna hit.
Oh, for sure. She definitely has so much potential, and like you said, she is figuring out her sound, and I think once it all clicks, I could see her having a very nice lane for herself.
Me too. All right, next time we're going to get into, it's going to be City Cinderella by Doechii, and then also the tour. Right. What do you feel about this beautiful mixtape? This is like one of my favorite mixtapes this year. Yeah.
Oh, no. City Cinderella was great, to be honest with you. I'm so proud of Doechii because I know this received a lot of criticism, but I honestly thought she killed, like, all of these tracks. I thought it was a versatile album. Yeah. I thought, like, what she was rapping about, like, was substantial. Like, it wasn't just some, like, pussy poppin' music. But then she did give us pussy poppin'. Like, I thought it was very well-rounded. Yeah. I thought Doechii did a great job. I think she has so much potential to create, like, a full album, body of work. Yes. That'll be, like, her, like, Planet her Pink Print, or her engagement.
I feel that,
like,
too.
She really could create a solid piece of work.
Yeah, like, the album is very Miami. Like, I was gonna do a review on it, but I got washed up other stuff too. But I was gonna do a review on her album, but maybe I might just do a whole video about JT because I'm gonna make a video about Doechii soon. But JT's album, like, the stuff that she pulled out was very, like, because you know her biggest fan is, like, Jackie O. And so, like, I went back to some Jackie O stuff. Like, she adds, like, skits. Like, even back to Trina's stuff, Trina likes to add skits to her stuff. So when you listen to, like, JT's mixtape, the first part is, like, some girl talking about how she's gonna be the crown, the queen, that talking, all that whatever. That reminded me of, like, Kaya, Trina, like, the skits used to have on their mixtapes. And then I love the JT Coming. Girl, like, you bringing out some stuff I used to have as a kid, girl. JT Coming, come on. Girl.
Coming, JT.
And it's the way that and then it's the way it transitions into, like, this hard beat afterwards. I'm like, girl.
Yes, yes. Oh
And
my
I know Glow
God,
and her
hit. And then
beef this year.
Okay was a hit. Uncle Al was a hit.
Girl,
Like
Uncle
she came
girl,
out with like a ton of
I
bangers.
know, I know Glow and her got into some beef. I know, but damn. I just wish the girls could be together. That could be perfect. I want to see them do more. Because I feel like if she's on, like, if she does a song with Glow, she's going to be on fire. I feel like she's going to be, because I feel like Glow reminds me of, like, Cardi B, where it's like, every song that Glow comes out with, it's a banger, it's a hit. That's what I feel about Cardi B with her first album. It's like almost every song she came out was a single. And, like, every time you do a song with some girl that knows, like, the algorithm when it comes to, like, music, you're going to be a star in 2 seconds. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like for JT, like she worked so hard this year, like from like going all like the little like the what was it, the club she went to this summer in Miami, to like meet all her fans, the pop-up she did with all of her merch. You saw that shit too, right?
Yes, and then she just did the Rolling Loud performance, and she did her like she fucking killed it. Like she's been on top of her. Like she has been hustling this year.
Yes, very much
So
that.
I'm proud
Very
of her.
much.
I hope she continues to blossom. I hope she doesn't let like the hate she gets online like stop her momentum, because she does have a lot of potential. She does have a lot of talent.
She could do everything.
So I hope she keeps persevering.
And I hope that her label like supports her too. Cause I know that for this mixtape they weren't supporting her to do it. Because they didn't think like how she would have to be received. But I feel like the tour went well. I know some of my friends went over there, so they really enjoyed it. I know in New York she went crazy in New York. But yeah, I know like she's gonna be here. I feel like she just has to be like, she reminds me of a Foxy Brown. So I just want her to leave. I want her to be here forever. You know what I mean? All right. Next album I'm gonna get into, it's gonna be Sugar and Iced Tea by the beautiful Miss Lotto and Zator. I can speak to this one though too, because I was there. I was there in Tampa. I was there for the first day actually.
Yes.
I forgot the first day was Tampa.
Okay, so how was it? How was Big Lotto?
So for the Tampa tour, because we're gonna talk about Nicki next. So they have Nicki next, so we talk about your tour too. So for the Lotto tour, it was super fun, but she had a lot of technical difficulties. So she tried to be a little bit later because because she has a big stage, like a big stage to show her graphics. It wasn't coming out for some reason. Because I think it was Caribou performed first, and then Mariah the Scientist, and then her. So they kind of have a lot of delays. And so, unfortunately, I didn't get the full tour experience because she missed, like, 3 songs off the album. And then she missed, like, 2 songs that she was supposed to play because she had, like, a time to short because, like, all of her technical difficulties is why I gave her, you know what I mean? But besides all that, beautiful performance. Miss Mama has stage presence. I like, the sad part about Lotto, though, is that, like, even though the outfits for the first day was so cute, but for the rest of the outfits on tour were like random as hell. She started wearing merch. I don't know. We started wearing merch on your own tour. I feel like,
dude, I saw like TikToks of her tour, and every video I saw, like you said, stage presence. She looked like she was having fun.
Yeah, it was good though.
It looked like she was like giving her energy. I heard that she like was unhappy with how the tour was going. Like there just was a lot of difficulties. Really? I think it's her first like her own headlining tour. Yeah, so like, I understand she was stressed.
Yeah, but, that could be that too.
I thought she still like put forth good like work ethic. Like she was still working.
I would say the worst one out of the whole performances was Caribou though. That was it. Caribou did not have anything. I think I might maybe if I edit this down, maybe I might put clips in here. But I felt like Caribou didn't have any stage presence, like at all. And what was crazy, it was her and a DJ. So give an example, I saw Doechii this year too. She had a small tour in Tampa over the summer for her, like before Alligator Bites and for Heels. She was on a small little tour. And she has her DJ, to give an example, and her DJ be twerking, they be having fun, okay? But then when you have like Caribou and her DJ, it's a guy, it doesn't matter. You could twerk too, I don't give a fuck. But it just like he was the most entertaining part of her set, and she wasn't like giving that energy that like, come on guys, I got a new song, blah blah, and she was playing like a lot of her freestyles. I was kind of like, and no one knew her words, and they only knew like the Daddy song, the Go Get Your Daddy, whatever, that one song. Yeah. No one knew anything about her.
That's what I heard too, is that her set was kind of dead, but I think she just doesn't have the right like energy. Like you have to know how to command the stage, how to get people lit, how to get people up. I don't think she has. I think she's just too down to earth. She's gotta like kind of come a little bit up.
That's what I said too. And I feel like I don't mind you having an aesthetic of you like being like I wouldn't say necessarily lazy, because a lot of people kind of say it's lazy, but like, it's a certain way to talk like that, because I can't do that on songs. But it's like, you can have that kind of like, maybe just like laissez-faire, like very laid back, you know, very chill vibe, kind of like Snoop Dogg, or like freaking like a Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
You can be that laid back, but you gotta have presence though, because when you go to the concerts though, they be having fun. But yeah, going to her album though, Sugar and Ice Tea. How do you feel about her album?
I thought Sugar Honey Iced Tea was like one of the, I think it's top 3 for me for female rap albums this year.
Really?
It was so good. It was so cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people were talking like, oh, this album like really made me take Lotto seriously.
Really?
But in my head, I'm like, no, Lotto's been like a solid rapper, and I think this album, she just proved like I can create like a body of work.
Yeah.
Because I like Queen of the South.
Me too.
But I liked 777, but I just think in terms of like storytelling, I think in terms of cohesiveness, I think this is like a really good like listen through. It's not just about hits, it's about an album, and it was good.
Yeah, I think the transitions from the album were really good. I like the features too, like putting Tizo on there. That song with Tizo's my favorite song on that album. Yes. I love that album. Also, shout out to Me when she talks about her struggles, where she came out. That's my girl. That song for me is like a Nicki Minaj song, like any of her like I Lie, like it reminds me of that shit, like really hard lyric, and you gotta be listening to it back to back to back. Yeah, that's it for me.
It's so vulnerable. Yes. Yeah, I liked a little bit more of her hype songs. I think my favorite one off the album was Settle Down.
Settle Down, yes, Settle Down. Yeah, she played Settle Down and then Brokey. My favorite song too, Brokey. Brokey, and then what was another song I was getting lit to over there too? I love also Put on the Floor. I started that was on there too. Put on the Floor and Put on the Floor again. I started those songs too. Those songs came out last year though, right? Those came, yeah.
I think that one. I think Put on the Floor came out 2022 actually.
Put on the Floor came out last year, and the Put on the Floor again was the Cardi B. I think that all came out like, I feel it all came out last year. I feel like it did. I just don't feel like they didn't do a video this year. I don't know why I don't feel they did.
No, you're right. I think it was 2023. You're right.
Because I feel like only this year was Sunday Service.
2022 was when she got into it with Nicki.
Yeah, exactly. And then Sunday Service with the remix with Flo Milli and Meg.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that song too? Do you like that song?
Yeah.
I'm sorry? How do you feel about that song? You like that one too? Put Sunday Service?
Oh, yes. I mean, I love Meg and I love Flo, so I thought they had really good verses. I wish Lotto would have put down another verse and really made it like a remix.
Yeah.
But Meg and Flo killed it. Like I wasn't surprised. I knew they were gonna have great verses.
I think anytime that Meg is on a song, she's gonna devour it anyway. It's like it's her thing. You know what I mean? It is definitely her thing. Her song. 1000%. Yeah. All right, next we're gonna get into, like I said, Pink Friday 2. What did you think about Pink Friday 2 and the tour? Go ahead, give your experiences about the tour.
So Pink Friday 2 tour, I actually went to 2 shows. I went to Phoenix, and then I went to the one in my city here in San Diego.
I always want to go twice to a tour. I never do it, but I always regret when I don't.
I only went twice because the first time, like, I really wanted to see the tour, but she wasn't coming to my city. And like I said, I like to be in LA, so my family would go out to Phoenix. Yeah. And then she did like a second leg, and she came to San Diego. So I was like, I gotta go.
That makes sense. I got you.
I think the first show was a lot better than the second show.
Really?
The second show seemed rushed, and it seemed like she was on stage for less time. It seemed like it was more about the openers.
Oh, okay.
With the first show, it was like all about Nicki, but the second show, I feel like I saw Tyga perform more than I saw Nicki perform more.
Really?
Yeah, she low-key was not out for a very long time, like less than an hour, I think.
I didn't know that because I haven't been on like. Because I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I haven't been on like any on social media platforms when it comes to people talking about Nicki. I feel like no one likes Nicki right now, so you don't want people to be talking about it like much, you know what I mean? So it's kind of different to hear the kind of responses for it, because I know the first part of it, everyone loved it though. My only thing about Nicki I just don't like is how much AI she's been using for her shit though. Like she has no videos. AI everything. Fuck.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I think that I at least this is like what the conspiracy is that I've seen her fans say
Yeah.
is that the no videos is because she if she put it into the tour, which let me say the setup for the tour, like
It's
her
gorgeous though.
stage was beautiful.
Right.
Like it was amazing. It was great in person. I look at like pictures and videos sometimes and it looks great on camera.
Yeah.
Like her stage setup was immaculate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I would assume so too because I saw some videos when JT was on, when she had that one night when Bia was out, JT was there, Malibu Mitch, I think they were in Boston.
Yes.
And I love the little like car she
Yeah.
had them in, like popping out, or like all little Barbie movements she become. That's so cute though. I like that stuff.
Yes. Her stage was very interactive. It was very cute.
Yeah.
Like the stage itself was great. So like that part of the show was like entertaining. So I don't want to make it seem like it was a bad show. I just wish she would have performed like longer.
Yeah.
But the show itself I thought was good. I think she performed all her hits.
Yeah.
She performed the new songs. Nicki, I think Nicki's a good performer. I think she has good energy. I think she knows how to command the stage. So I enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I think the show in Phoenix was really, really good.
Okay, good. How do you feel about Pink Friday 2, the album? How do you feel about that?
Pink Friday 2, the album, I have like a love-hate relationship
Same.
with it. I kind of like some of the songs on it, like Barbie Dangerous, are like,
Yeah.
like that's like my favorite like Nicki Minaj song. But then there's other songs on it that kind of fall flat for me and that
Yeah.
I don't ever really return to. So it's kind of like half and half. Like there's songs I love and then there's songs I don't really care for.
I don't know how I feel about Pink Friday 2. I don't even know why she named it Pink Friday 2. Like, I don't understand why she's doing like a Pink Friday thing for it right now. I don't know. I feel like it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what's Nicki's whole plan for the next Nicki. I don't know. I never expected her to do an album called Pink Friday 2 though. That's not what I was expecting from her. I don't know why. Because after Queen, I think Queen's probably her worst albums ever though. I know a lot of people like Queen, but like that's like not a good body of work. And if you are like a bar, if you know you had amazing body work with Roman Reload, it's right there. Hello? Or any other little cute little bob she did before in Pink Friday. So, and also and the Pink Print too. Pink Print is right there. That's what I'm trying to say. That Pink Print's right there. Okay, that's a solid body of work. But one thing about Queen too, I'm like, it's like a random ass shit in there, like she's just putting there for like transitions and stuff like that. But yeah, going back to Pink Friday 2 though, I do feel like with this one, I feel the same way about Queen, where it's like it's not full. It's like random songs that don't add anything else to the story. I don't explain it. It seems like it's like very lengthy. And so when a project becomes like the 20 songs, like 20 plus songs, I don't remember like what is the message about when it comes to the album for me. I don't know.
It's a lot of filler. Yeah.
It's not a filler.
Yeah. I had the same kind of thought process because I can name you maybe 5 songs off the album that I really like, that I listen to, like, honest to God, I enjoy.
Yeah.
But then if you, like, name some other song, I couldn't even tell you it's on the same album. So
That's my problem, too, with it.
I feel like maybe she doesn't have the best, like, decision making when it comes to her own songs.
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't know how to edit her albums lately. I feel like she doesn't know how to edit her albums. Let's edit. Like, you don't have to have 24 songs on an album. That's what I feel about Drake too. I feel like, why do you have 24 songs on this for? You know what I mean? But overall, I do say that Pink Friday 2 has some really good sampling though. Like she sampled a lot of good body of work really well, where it sounds like it's her own music. But then other times I'm kind of like 50-50 about it, but I do think that this album is way better than Y2K though. 1000%. It's Nicki. You know what I mean? It's not like a shitty ass album, but out of all of her body of work, it's kind of like in the middle for me, if I could say.
I would say that too. I would say it's in the middle for me. I know you don't. It sounds like you don't like Queen. I think I like Queen a little bit more than I like Pink Friday 2.
Really?
Honestly. Just because Queen's very like rappy, and I feel like Pink Friday 2 is a little more poppy, and I think I liked a little more rap aspects of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
But I do think they are kind of on the lower half of her.
That's what I'm saying. It's like in the middle for me. I put them like in the middle where it's like not the best body of work, but I know you could do better than this though. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Like last album we're gonna be talking about. Last album. Alligator Bites Never Heal with Doechii and the tour.
Yes.
How do you feel about this one?
Honest to God, I think Alligator Bites Never Heal was my favorite female rap project of 2024. I think it was beautiful, start to
It
finish.
is.
I loved her vulnerability. I loved her storytelling. I loved everything she had to say on it. Like it really feels like you got to know Doechii on this project. And I'm like proud of her, and she has so much momentum right now. I'm proud of the Grammy nomination. I'm proud of everything she's doing to like promote the album. Like I don't understand all this hate she's getting, but I almost feel like that's a way, like,
She's
that's
winning.
how you know she's gonna make it. Like,
You know, once you're winning, you get a little bit of
Yeah.
hate. You know, you get a little bit of spice. You get a little bit of... you get a little bit of everything, though. I do feel
But
that,
I think it
too.
was a beautiful.
I think that, you
It
know what's
was
so
a
funny,
great
though,
body
about
of work.
Doechii, though? She reminds me of Doja Cat so much, though, from the Scarlet album. Because, like, when I thought about it last time, we talked about it before, obviously, from Scarlet, the album over there, it's kind of like... The first part of it, it's like rap, and then the second part of it's like singing. That's how I feel about Doechii's album. It's like all the first part of it was rap, and then the second part of the mixtape was all like just like singing, like SZA, like, you know what I mean? Very like spiritual, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm happy that she's getting her flowers.
I like that.
Me too. Me too. Me too. I love.
I know.
Go ahead.
No, you go. I'm so sorry.
No. Go ahead. I got my point. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think she's really like versatile, and like you said, she is like exactly like Doja Cat, and I think she could go in any direction. And I think it was me and you, we were talking about how she was gonna go in some like kind of like ratchet.
Yes.
Booty
Next
pop type
year.
of
Next
thing for
year.
her
Yeah.
next
So
album.
she went on Breakfast Club and then talked about it like next year she's gonna be doing like a ratchet booty popping type of album next year, which I'm ready for. Because what I'm thinking right now, the conversation about Doechii, I think she will kill it too. The conversation right now about Doechii though is that like I feel like, which a lot of female rappers tend to do, is that since we have a lot of female rappers talking about ass, booty shaking, or whatever, right now they're having a conversation about Doechii being like, oh yeah, Doechii's different. You know, she don't even talk about ass shaking. She don't talk about her butt. She don't even talk about sucking, whatever. And I'm like, girl, I don't like it when we always keep putting like women into that box of like, oh, you have to be a conscious rapper or booty clapper. I don't really care, girl. I want it all.
No, exactly. You should be versatile. But I don't even like think about it too much, because I don't know if you remember, but if you listen to Pink Friday, nothing on Pink Friday was sexual.
Yeah.
It was very much Nicki just, you know, talking her shit. So I'm okay if Doechii wants to take that approach. Doechii has so much time in her career to show you that she can, you know, talk her shit. She can make a sad song, make a love song, make a booty pop song. Like I don't even like. I'm not even stressed about Doechii. I think she's been so successful in like 5 years.
I feel like I'm happy though. We're in a point now with female rap, like anybody can be successful, which I really, really do appreciate. I think we're at a point now where it's like, I think we're at a point now we have options. So I don't really care that like it's okay that you can have a Doechii, you can have a Megan Thee Stallion, you can have like a Doja Cat, you can have everybody, and it's fine. It's okay to have multiple artists and doing their own thing. I have like nothing else to say. And also everything that Doechii does, it's like fantastic. I got nothing else to say, but she's a fucking star.
Yes. No, and I like piggybacking off that point. I think that's like the beautiful part about female rap right now is because if I'm like, oh, I wanna feel myself, I'm gonna put on some Nicki. If I wanna, you know, get ready for my D appointment later, I'm gonna throw on some Megan. If I say fuck that nigga, I'll throw on some City Girls.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
anything.
Different vibe for every single mood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. I feel
like
that.
you need the different vibes, so I'm all for like everyone occupying like a different lane, doing their own thing, bringing something different to the table. I love it. I think that's like the beautiful part about music.
Exactly. One more thing before we get into the next topic. What is your best album for what we talked about from female rap this year? Like top 3 if you wanted to put it on there.
My favorite?
Yeah, top 3.
My top 3, Doechii hands down was number 1 for me.
Yep.
And then I think I'm gonna have to put City Cinderella at number 2, and then Sugar Honey Iced Tea at number 3.
Ooh, okay, I like that too. I like that too.
Megan's right there behind them, but I think I did like Lotto more than Megan this year.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't surprised about, because at the beginning of the year I would have told you like, no, Megan's gonna.
Me too. I feel that.
But I think Lotto is top 3 for me for sure.
I would say definitely Doechii for me too. I put down Act 2 for Megan, I have not stopped playing that shit. Like, I've been playing it way too much for me, honestly. And the third one, I would probably put at everybody on here. I put down Scarlet 2 as well. I just love Acknowledge Me so much. And also that song with A$AP Rocky too, girl. I love all those songs. Like, it's just a really good, like, I love, like, it was really more rap the second time around than it was the first time. That's why I really do enjoy that album a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to pick because, like, every single girl dropped, like, an album or some type of project this year.
They worked this hard this year. I'm very happy about the music that came out this year, even from, like, Kendrick Lamar beef and everything like that. Like, everyone did their big one. I'm proud of y'all. You did your big one. All right, two more subjects to get into, and then we're gonna be done with the live. We're gonna get into Hustler of the Year. All right, Hustler of the Year. Right now, I have I put like this random girls on here that you could probably think of. I put down Nicki Minaj, JT, Doechii, Meg, Glow. It could be anyone that you think was the Hustler of the Year for female rap. What you think that might be?
I'm sure this is like a very obvious answer, but I think it hands down has to go to either Glow or Meg because nobody was working like those two girls were working. They had songs dropping like every other month. They were on people's songs. They were putting videos out. They were on tour. Mm-hmm. They from like just nonstop were working this whole year. So yeah, for me it's them two. Like they're tied at number 1 for me.
I think for Hustle of the Year for me too, I would think maybe JT. Because, like, it's kind of hard going back from, like, where you came from like, big, like, stadiums to, like, something small. You know what I mean? Because you're going solo. Yeah. And then definitely going Meg. I was going to say Doechii, too, but Doechii's, like, started coming up, like, maybe towards the end of half of the year, so it wasn't the entire year of her working. But, yeah, I would say definitely JT and going Meg, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think Doechii, she's gaining momentum right now, like, November, December. She's starting to take off, and I think we'll see more of her hustle in 2025. Yeah. But yeah, I think this was the year for Megan and the year for Glorilla for sure. And then I think JT's like right behind him.
I think so too. You're right. 1,000%.
And then you could even throw Lotto in there because she was hustling too. Like she had a lot of songs coming out this year.
I think that Lotto, because of the whole beef with Ice Spice this year too. I guess you might add on to that maybe Ice Spice beef, and then she had the Hot 97 thing that happened in the summer. The whole big, like, summer jam thing that she hosted by herself for the first time. I forgot about Meg, too. Meg also did, she hosted the VMAs. She had the Pepsi thing. She had, obviously, the tour with Glow. Like, they did a lot. I don't know. A lot of girls worked this year.
Yes. No, it was, like, the year for female rap. Yes.
I'm happy. I'm really happy for I'm happy for that. All right, okay, so last thing we're going to talk about is the top 10 hottest female rappers according to Billboard. So I only have like 3 slides to go each one. All right, the number 10 is Cardi B. What do you think about Cardi B being number 10 on the top hottest female rappers?
You know, I think it's so sad that a few years ago she would have been like top 3 and now she's all the way at number 10.
I know.
I want better for her. I hope she like actually puts out more music. I hope she gets out of her head because she deserves higher than a number 10 placement.
The thing is about it,
but she's not doing nothing. Like,
she's not. When I saw Lotto a couple months ago in October, they played one of her songs there too. Remember talking about in the phone call, and they were going crazy for her. Like they're ready for Miss Cardi B. Like they knew all of her words, all of her lyrics. They knew everything about her. So like it's kind of sad how like she's not higher, but like it's like I think it's because she's with Offset. I don't know. Like that man's making her not work. I don't know. I feel like she's the type of person where it's like, if her home life is affected, she ain't gonna work. If her husband is effort, I think she's a mental kind of person, so it's kind of hard for her to work if she has like, I don't know. I think her husband's an ass. That's all I could think of. That's why she's not making any more music. I feel like for me, like when it comes to me making my videos stuff like that, I have to be a good mental space. So if I'm not in a good mental space, I can't do anything. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel her. I think Offset's holding her back. I think she's focused on family and she doesn't have like enough energy to put into music or put into a video shoot because I know family's important to her. And obviously if she's not getting adequate like support in her life from her partner, I could see how she wouldn't be in the right mindset to create music.
I think so too.
But you know, I mean, Cardi can do what Cardi wants to do. I with everything that goes on with her, I feel like it would make for a great album. Like if she was
Yeah.
vulnerable and was like, "Here's what I'm going through in my life." Like I think people would hear her out. I don't know if she will ever take that approach, but I do think she could. She could talk about her relationship struggle. She could talk about being a mom and being
Yeah.
famous and how
Mm-hmm.
that's hard. Like I think she has a good concept right there, but I
I
don't know
think
if she'll
so
ever take
too.
that
Because another thing
path.
too, when you go back to Invasion of Privacy, like she talked about that when she goes like when the what's that one song like just remember me or something like that, or just be loyal to me. I forgot what song it is. What's the song? Where she talks about like how she's like being vulnerable and like talking about like how her man
Be
and
careful.
shit. Go ahead.
Is it Be Careful?
Yes. Be Careful is a great example of that.
Yeah.
And that's like her biggest song though, too, of the album, I feel like. So I feel like she definitely can be vulnerable too in that aspect too. But yeah, pray for you, Cardi. Hopefully you come, because now we have 2 more weeks to the year's over, girl. So where's the album?
Girl, it's not coming.
It's not gonna come. All right, next one is gonna be Rhapsody for number 9. My thing is about Rhapsody, I don't know much about Rhapsody though. Like, I know people love to use it for examples for like, oh, why do we have a No Name or a Rhapsody or a Doechii? I think it's about it. I don't know Rhapsody stuff at all. Like, I'd never got into any of her stuff before, ever. Mm-mm.
I feel the same way too, kind of. I don't really know what she did this year. I don't know how prominent she was, and I agree. I feel like it's one of those things that people just bring up
To
to
compare.
make the whole like pussy poppin' type of female rap seem like inferior.
And I feel like since people always use her as an example, they never like highlight her work at all. Like, I'm a big No Name fan. Like I love Room 25, Telephone. Like I love No Name. I love her so much. But like I just don't be talking about it. It was just no project out. Like I think she came out with the album like last year and like that was it. Rhapsody came out. So Rhapsody came out with the album this year. She came out with a couple singles. She's nominated this year. I don't know if it's her first time being nominated, but she is nominated for her not for her album, but she's nominated for a song for either best rap song, I believe she got nominated for, or best R&B song she got nominated for. But yeah, I don't have thoughts about Rhapsody though. I know she's a great freestylist. I saw her freestyle a couple weeks ago. But I just don't know much about her, talk about her really. So yeah, that's about it for me. All right, next one though, number 8 is gonna be JT. How do you feel about JT being on this list?
I think JT definitely deserves. She probably could have even been like a little bit higher for me,
I
and I
feel
would
about
have
a
been okay with
6, if
that.
anything.
But but I do think she deserves a spot. Like we were talking about earlier, she was hustling,
Yeah,
putting stuff out, making a name for herself.
yeah,
She was doing it the like authentic way, not trying to do like some social media shit.
yeah.
I think JT deserves a spot.
I think so too. All right, next one. It's gonna be number 7. Is actually Doja Cat. How do you feel about Doja Cat being at number 7?
Doja Cat is someone also who I think deserved just a little bit higher because her tour was incredible,
5.
the
I put her
album
at
was
5. Anything.
incredible. She was on fire. Definitely could have been higher. I think this goes back into people not taking her seriously, like
Yeah,
as a
they
rapper.
don't. Like I said,
She could have
Scarlett
been
did
higher
not do
for
her any
sure.
justice at all, and also like she hates everybody right now too.
That's true.
Because I always forget about that. Like she went to a whole bunch of tweets like last year about she just hated being a celebrity, hated her fans. I don't know. Maybe that's why she's so low. But she's a good artist, so through and through. Though she's a really, really good artist. All right, next up is gonna be number 6. Gonna be Doechii for number 6. I think it's a good number
I
for
think
her.
this is a solid like placement for her. I think she
Yeah.
because like I said, she's gaining momentum towards the end of the year. So for what she did in the first half, I think that's a solid placement.
Yeah.
She was
Uh
on
huh.
tour with Doja. I think I think that's good.
I think so too. I
But
don't
she
mean.
does deserve a spot with this.
I
Yeah.
think that what made her big, obviously, was I think what made Doechii big was the co-sign for Kendrick Lamar, and I think also the what else something like the Kim Flogna thing with Tyler. I think that also got her on the map too. I feel like I think people are starting
Yeah.
to see her more because of that, right? What you
That
think?
performance.
Yeah. With SZA and everything, I
Yeah.
think so too.
I saw a lot of people talking about it online. So I do think that helped get her name out there more. She maybe you could argue she could be a little bit lower just because some other girls had more momentum throughout the rest of the
I
year.
probably
But
switched Doja
Doja's a
Cat and
grinder, so
Doechii
she
if
deserves it.
anything. I probably put Doechii
Yeah,
at 7 and then Doja Cat at 6. If not, maybe at 5. Because I have Lotto for number 5. So how do you feel about Lotto at 5?
I think that's like perfect, to be honest with
I think
you.
so
I think
too.
Lotto is.
Yeah.
I think she's been grinding. I think she's been shining. I think every year she like progressively grinds like more and more.
Yeah.
And so I think five's a good spot, and I think very shortly she'll probably be creeping her way into four and three, and up there.
Yep, exactly. All right, next one is gonna be number 4. This is actually really, really high up here. I don't think it should be this high, but Sexy Red is high up here for number 4.
I understand why she's high.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Sexy Red fan, not gonna lie,
Same.
but I understand why she's high just because of online popularity. Like everyone's talking about her songs. Like I can't go anywhere without hearing "Get It Sexy, Get It Sexy." So I understand. Like she's so popular. Like
Yeah.
everyone likes her. Like when I go out, they all of her songs are always
eat
played.
up.
So I understand why she's so high, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I probably put down Doechii. I probably bring down Sexy Red to like number 6. And probably Doja Cat up there. Or something like that. Like I just don't see her number 4.
Doja deserves.
Like I would probably
deserves, because Doja had like a better tour.
That's what I think too, though. Like, she had a better tour, I don't know. I feel like Doja should be number 4 personally, but I don't know. Maybe next year they might do something different.
Yeah, and I know she dropped an album this year, but I think Doja Cat's body of work was better than Sexy.
I totally forgot about her album though, too, though. I forgot about her album. I forgot she dropped it this year. I thought it was last year. Huh. And it's probably the same shit though. Unless she says anything else new in the song.
She dropped it like in the summer.
Girl.
She's more of like a singles artist than like a album person.
I feel like she's trying to drop singles.
Hard to forget that she like dropped an album.
Me too. I feel the same about Ice Spice though
we
too.
all know Get It Sexy. We all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know her songs, but like I couldn't even tell you the name of the album. I just know she dropped one.
All right, you're so funny. All right, next artist is number 3, is Nicki Minaj. How do you feel about Nicki in number 3? And it's perfect for her, to be honest.
I think that's a good spot because while she didn't drop music, but she did solid based off the tour alone.
Yeah. And the Pink Friday nails.
And like I spoke
the
earlier,
merch.
Great. Yes, she was in her like businesswoman bag. Her perfume,
yes.
her she got like a shoe line. Like she was making money, so
yeah.
It's hard to not respect her hustle.
I wish I was like 13 again, because it's not the first time I listened to Nicki Minaj. I was 13, and I wish she came out Pink Friday nails then, girl. Pressed out. That was so cute. I don't do press ons anymore, but I think that's so cute. I follow this girl on YouTube, just like long hair, pretty nails, and she does all these designs on her nails. And she wore Nicki's, and she's been trying out a whole bunch of celebrities like press ons. She tried out Masara Martin's, and hers was like crap. But then she had a Nicki. Nicki's like stuff is like good quality. It has like cute little charms on it, like, and it lasts for 2 weeks. It's actually good nails. I was actually surprised about it, for real.
Yes. No, I've tried the Pink Friday nails, and they're like similar to like acrylic. Like they're like press-ons. They're like little pieces of plastic. They pop off.
Yeah.
But her nails, like, they really feel like actual acrylic from a nail salon. So yeah, they're a lot stronger.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's so good. All right, so the last two, Megan Thee Stallion, and then for number 1, I'm gonna put on the screen after that. It's gonna be Glow. But let's go to Megan Thee Stallion for number 2. What do you feel about Megan Thee Stallion being at number 2?
Megan definitely deserved. Like we were talking about earlier, she's my like hustler of the year.
Same.
She had her freestyle. She had 2 albums come out. She had a tour. She hosted the VMAs. She was on SNL.
Yep.
Like she was everywhere. She was definitely. She had like that thing with Amazon.
Yeah, the documentary. She did her documentary. Have you seen it yet? In her words?
Yeah, that and then. Yes, I did watch it. It made me cry. Oh my god.
I did not think I was gonna cry.
That was beautiful, but
girl, when I thought I knew everything about the case, but then when she told us more stuff, I was like, okay, Kelsey.
Right.
And then when I saw the old footage of Kelsey, and then when her mom passed away, and then her mom said that, I hope Kelsey takes care of you when I die, I said, Mom.
No, everything with her mom made me so sad because you could tell like her mom like cared so much, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like I feel so bad for you, girl, because like that was her rock, and
It
I'm like,
was
oh my
though.
god, like I just feel for her.
And then also, like, she had to make a decision, like, to kill her mom, though. Like, she had to pull the plug. She had to make a decision for that, too. I was like, what? I did not know all this stuff. I really thought we knew everything about her already, but I was watching that, I'm like, because, like I said, I'm a major stand, so I thought I already knew everything about her. But I was watching that, I was like, damn, no one messed with you like that. I feel so bad, because she has, like, no family. And only she has her cousins, I think, now. It's her
No,
cousins, that's it.
she's been through so much, and so it gives you a newfound like appreciation because she's
Working
like
hard.
struggling and still like doing like putting in work, like she's not letting that like define her, so
Yeah, and I love that about
all
her,
props to
too.
her.
For sure. All right, last thing is gonna be Glorilla for number one spot. How do you feel about this? She's the number one spot for the top 10 hottest female rappers of 2024.
I think I think it's kind of I think she deserves it. I like
Yeah.
we were talking about earlier, she put in a lot of work, she perfected her craft, she dropped 2 albums, she was also on tour.
Yeah.
I don't know, like she is undeniably like the most like famous female rapper this year. Like she had
Yes.
multiple hit songs.
If like
People
Kendrick
like she wasn't
Lamar,
in like negative controversy.
yeah, if Kendrick Lamar didn't drop any of that shit this year, it'd be her. Easily. If Kendrick Lamar didn't do any
For
beef
sure.
this year, if Drake didn't do any, I promise you, she would have been up there for like, she probably been nominated too for Best Album too. She probably would have got a couple more singles on there. She probably done everything. But, you know, Kendrick's here, so kind of like change some things, you know.
For sure. But I think within the female rap world, like she hands down, this was her year.
1000%.
Hands down.
1000%. All right. Before I let you go, since we didn't talk about the best beefs, let's just rank it. Top best beef, and then we get to go. Top best beef, 3 top. That's it, and then we head out, y'all.
My top 3. Okay, I think I put Cleo and Ice as my number 1 because it was so entertaining.
Yep.
Cleo's a great storyteller.
Yep.
We need to get her on a TV show, like a real
She
reality
needs,
TV
she
show.
needs to have a podcast and interviewing female rappers, though. I feel like she should have a one-on-one with these girls. It'd be lit. I watch it.
I like that idea. And I was thinking, I would love to see the girls get together, like on a bad girls club type
Ooh, like a
reunion where you
skit.
just make them sit down and
Like
just
a
hash
skit.
out all their tea. And Cleo would be a great host. Oh my god.
She would be. I need her to host Baddie. I need her to host stuff. I need her to host anything. Host anything should be funny. Mm-hmm. So Cleo and Ice Spice are number 1, and
Yeah,
what's
I
for
think
number
that's-
2?
Number 2, who did I put as number 2?
I think City Girls.
I think I said like the City Girls.
City Girls, yes.
Because I was tuned in, the Twitter drama, and you could tell they were fighting, like how they would fight if they weren't even famous. Like that was like a real like.
She's like, I don't know fuck with you like that. You ugly as fuck. Blah, blah, blah. Like that is going on. But this for real. Like you really are beefy for real, for real.
Like seconds after each other.
Because I feel like the thing is, I forgot to mention this too, though. Sauce Santana ruined that group. Santana ruined that group. Hands down. Like, they were supposed to all make money together, but Santana was like, nah, why don't you become a love hip hop girl with me, Carisha, and never have a career again? Huh? Mm-mm. And then the last one I think we put on there was the last one. You probably put down Megan and Nicki.
Yeah, just because it was so polarizing, and I think that kicked off the beefs or tension, whatever you want to call it, for
because
female rappers.
everyone was beefing.
I think Nicki's bluntness allowed everyone else to be like, okay, let me say what I gotta say.
Exactly. All right, girl. Thank you so much for being on this live. Again, sorry, y'all. I suck at this shit, so... We started like an hour ago talking already, and now we're here again. So at least we got all of it again. Y'all know what we talked about, so... All right. Thank you so much, Ashley, for being here, though.
This will be perfect. Thank you for having me. This was great. It was lovely talking to you, and I'm excited to see what these female rappers got in store for us in 2025.
Oh, also, you know, one more thing I forgot to say. I forgot one more thing. Hold on before you go. Someone to look out for 2025. This will be the last thing, and then we head out. I forgot about this.
Okay.
Who should people look out for 2025?
I'm looking out for Anicia because I'm excited to see what she's gonna bring to the table.
Yes.
I'm definitely, and then some girls who are popping off this year, like I'm excited to see what Glow does. I'm excited to see how Meg keeps up her
Momentum.
her stamina. But yeah, in terms of the newcomers, I do want to see what Anicia brings to the
Yeah,
table.
I want Monaleo too.
I would love, I would love to see Rico Nasty make a comeback
Where
because
is
she's one of
she?
my personal favorites, and she's been gone. I don't know. She dropped
She got
something this year,
signed.
but it didn't make a whole lot of
She
noise.
got signed to Atlanta like I don't know, like 2 years ago. And then now, I'm assuming like last year and now. I'm still saying 2 years because now we're at the end of the year. So I think like, yeah, to now. And I don't know, like she hasn't been making anything. I don't know, maybe she's not in the mood for it right now.
I know she's got a lot going on, like mental health wise. So maybe she's
Really? Like
not in
what? Like what? Like
the
what?
right mind space. Well, she's got a kid, and then she's raising the kid by himself because the dad's
Oh,
like dead.
oh,
And I know she deals
really?
with a lot of like insecurities. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I'm trying to think of any other rapper I'm looking for. BK Tharula.
I love BK, and I'm super excited for her. She dropped the album. She was on tour with Ice.
Yep.
I definitely am excited to see. Who else did I write down here?
I put down. She's
Oh,
just. God.
Leo.
Monaleo. Yeah, I just said yeah. Monaleo. Yeah, I think that Mona, out of everyone we mentioned, I think Sia and Monaleo could probably make it though, and BK.
No, facts. Leo for sure could make it because she's talented, she's beautiful, she has the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I think she could make it. I need like a full album from her. Like I want a full fledged. Like I'm excited for Big Leo.
Me too. I'm trying to think of anyone else. I'm trying to think of another person I didn't mention though, Connie Diamond. I don't think it's gonna be her year at all, but she's very, very small. Connie Diamond, very, very small rapper from New York.
I don't know if I've heard of her.
Yeah, she has a song with Remy Ma that came out a couple months ago. If you want to look it up because she's really good too. Lola Brooke kind of like disappeared. I know she came out with an album was it last year? At the end of last year? Was it last year? Or was it this year? My time's off. But she came out with the album too, and it kind of just like fell short. I don't know where she is now. But she came out with a single too, but she
didn't
hasn't
make a lot of noise.
I don't know, she doesn't make a lot of noise either. And then last person too, it would be like, Glossa from the whole thing from her camp, Glorilla stuff. She's been trying to make an headway too, but she's now in a reality TV stuff. So I don't know, but we're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope we get some new girls pop in for next year because I'm always down to hear some new music from these ladies.
Yeah, 1,000%. All right, y'all. It was fun. See you next time I get this live right. But yeah, have a good day, y'all.